is an endeavor to delve into topics at length and have a conversation about it. And it's called Conversation Had. Hopefully, we'll get some kind of snazzy intro, but it's about two dudes who have opinions, not necessarily opposing, not necessarily commiserate, but just me and you talking. You know what I'm saying? And chopping it up in a sense, and like taking the temperature of the of whoever's listening, taking your temperature, seeing where you are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you want to give us feedback or not, I'm not asking for it, but we just want to have some great conversations.
Yeah. And
so,
wherever it lands, it lands.
Wherever it lands, it will land. So here we go. The first topic, and hopefully we can stay on topic for each subject. But the first subject is money. Just money, just blanket money. And the thing about it is I suggested it last week, and I like how you didn't. You just like, okay, I'm gonna think of what I think about. Now, this is where I'm coming from, man. On the topic of money, money is a belief.
All right,
it's not an actual tangible, thing. It's you can touch it as paper or whatnot, but it's not real.
Right.
It's something that we believe in. It's something that we put our faith into. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's a belief system.
It's a belief. So this is what I always say. How is it that a piece of paper, you got two pieces of paper, same size, same ink, same amount of ink, basically.
Right.
But one is worth more than the other. It doesn't weigh anymore. It's just paper, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
it's almost like, even though it is the same thing out of the same material, depending on what is printed on it, that's what is the basis of the value, not exactly the material.
Yeah.
Because the material happens to be the same exact shit.
So what is the value is what I'm saying. And I'm saying this to say that I play the money game, but I don't play it as others do. But I mean, because I have to play the money game. I'm in a money society, so I have to play the game at a minimum just to exist in society. So, but deep down, I know that money is fake and it's not even real, because it is a belief. Because you can't eat it,
no,
right? And then even gold. People say, "Oh, what about gold?" Same shit.
Yeah,
it's a rock.
I've never understood.
It's a rock.
Out of all the necessities and things in the world, like animals, vegetables, water, obviously, like gold. Always, everybody can say if the dollar crashes, you need gold. You want gold. But I was like, what makes gold that thing? Because like you said, even if you got a truck full of gold, you can't eat it.
You might be able to make a nice house out of it or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might be able to make but it's a metal, and the rarity of it is what people pretty much revere, but place the value on. But then again, the rarity, that's where it's coming to, is like the rarity of that and the scarcity, or whatever you want to call it, puts a premium on that because people think that it's going somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's not going anywhere. And even if it did go somewhere, why should I give a fuck? Because it's just a piece of metal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just metal.
Well, that's the thing. Like, we wake up tomorrow and all the world's gold somehow disappeared. How does that stop the world?
Well, you know what? Gold does have an industrial use, and even that is, it's still tied to money itself, a belief, because all we really need to survive and live is water. I'm gonna say food and water are the same thing.
Yeah,
and shelter, which I'm gonna put clothes in shelter, because this clothes helps shelter you from
Right. The elements.
So I put clothes, I put food and clothes is all we need to survive. But what fucks us up as a species is greed, man.
Yeah.
And greed comes from fear. And so it's like this whole trumped up world is mostly shit that we don't even fucking need.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I talked to an old farmer who was a child during the Great Depression.
Yeah.
And he said, then, like rich man was the man with the food. And that was
Was
it
he?
during the Great Depression because he had something that a lot of them were like bending over backwards to try to get, try to keep, try to harvest. You know what I mean?
I took that the wrong. Yeah, the rich man was the man with the. That's
Yeah.
who. That
He didn't
that's
have
who
no
put-
money,
That's
but
who
if-
plays that. That's
But if
who.
he had a basement full of canned goods that he had canned himself because
Mhm.
that was those times,
Yep,
had a yard full of chickens. Oh,
he's good.
he's Big Daddy. You know
He's
what I mean?
good.
He's the man out
He's
there.
good.
You know what I mean? So
He's good.
but it's wild to think about like during the Great Depression when money goes upside down. Not a lot of people have money. People it's hard for them to get the money.
Mhm.
Then they realize like, well, if you ain't got the money, then what makes you rich? Like, oh,
Exactly.
the necessities.
Exactly.
This is what you need. Just the fact that you had a roof was the shit compared to the dude that didn't have it. You know what I mean?
Man. Also, money, like money. Okay, people have to be rich. People have to feel that they're rich in order. Poor people allow rich people to be rich.
Okay.
Poor people allow rich people to be rich.
How so?
Because poor people revere those rich people, and they want to get into. They want to be rich someday.
They bolster the pedestal.
So, but the rich know that without the poor, we are not rich. So they want to keep as many people poor, the elites, so to speak, the people with money.
Yeah.
They want to keep as many people poor so that their worth stays high.
Yeah.
Because if no one's rich in their minds, then everyone's poor. But I don't believe that, man. I don't believe that. But there are a lot of people that do believe it. A lot more people believe it than don't. So until those people change their minds and realize, man, rich people ain't worth a damn.
That
It ain't worth a damn.
That brings a quote that I don't want to butcher, so I'm going to look it up real quick.
Okay.
But it goes right with it. It's from one of my favorite artists ever, Mr. Bob Marley.
Okay. Bob Marley, the late great Bob.
Like I said, I know how to throw this out in my southern language, but
Yeah.
I decided for the show, let's get this right.
Yeah, but yeah, this is crazy how we put just because you've amassed a lot of stuff, we put you up on a pedestal. You know, everybody wants to be a billionaire. Everybody wants, now everybody wants to be I remember it was cool to just have maybe if you were a thousandaire, that was probably good back in the day. And then somebody had to be a millionaire. Now somebody got to be a billionaire. Then somebody's gonna be a trillionaire. Then there's gonna be a quadrillionaire. Then there's gonna be a quintillionaire.
I think we see it through the pursuit of life. I legitimately thought when I was a young man, fresh out of high school in the workforce, if I could just make $10 an hour, I'd be shitting in high cotton. I would feel like that is major money. Like
it is. It was back
for
then.
me.
It was back then.
Now, if somebody's like, "Hey, man, I want you to do this job for me. It's $10 an hour," I'd be like, "Who the fuck? Well, what are you talking about?" You know what I mean? Like $10 an hour. But it's funny how, of course, I guess that's inflation, things like this, But it's just wild how they always seem to move the needle. I remember shortly after that, it was, if I just had a job, 100,000 a year. That's the shit.
Yeah, 100,000.
I know,
but then again,
I know so many people that make 100,000 and they just getting by like everybody else.
But then check this out too, man. It's what you're willing to like. It's what you place value on that's other than the money. And the money is the thing that gets you to that what you value.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe sometimes, how about this? Sometimes you need to look at what you value. You know what I'm saying? Look at what you value. And don't look at someone else's evaluation of what you value. Look at what you truly fucking value.
Yeah. The most important to you, not what.
Yeah. What the most important to you that you can accomplish and not affect someone purposely in a negative way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I got you.
If I know what I'm doing is hurting somebody, even though that's what I want to do, that's wrong. I shouldn't be doing that. I'm doing that, you know, for the money,
right?
Instead of I mean, purposely. You know what I'm saying? Like on purpose. Like I know what I'm doing is hurting you.
Yeah.
Instead of, I mean, sometimes you can do shit, you know, like you don't even know. Like I ain't know I was hurting somebody, you know.
Right.
And I'm not giving people an out. I mean, you should always take, you know, inventory of your shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of your intentions. You know?
Well, see, that's the wild thing. Like for me coming up in construction and stuff, you know, a lot of people ask me, well, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you go here and there? It's like the funny thing to me, just the way I see it and the way it's always been, I learned how to do construction work, so I know I can always get paid.
Yeah,
I can always have a job. You
can always put effort into your survival.
Yeah,
you have a skill that can that people need.
Right.
But this is the thing. People can do that too.
Yeah.
They can build their own houses.
Oh, yeah.
They just don't believe they can.
Well, see, my take on it was I learned enough in the trades where I can get hired on and know what I'm doing throughout the trades.
Yeah.
But I never went full in, just hard in. This is what I do. I'm a plumber. I'm a painter, hard in. Because honestly, I had other dreams, admirations, and I looked at it and I looked at people I see retire and break their bodies down. And I was like, I ain't mad at them for what they did, and I understand what they did with it. And they made good money, made a good living, and took care of their family. And I'm with all that. But for me, I was like, I've always wanted to do something different, something more. Like I always pursued like what is interesting to me, what do I love, and then could I do this enough and get good at it enough to where eventually I can make some money doing it. And the funny thing is, like with stand up or with the podcasting, it would be obviously be great to be a Kevin Hart, a Joe Rogan. But at the same time, if I could make the exact money that goes in my account now for painting all day, doing podcasts, and possibly stand up one day, hey, like I said, I'm not in it for the ridiculous way. Now, obviously, if somebody wants to pay you a ridiculous amount for something you're good at, you don't never run from it.
Of course.
But to me, it wasn't. I'm not trying to do this because I want to be super famous and ridiculously rich. I just like to be able to provide for my family doing something I enjoy to do if I could do it. But like I said, I always got the back burner of things I know I can do just to make money.
Yeah, but me too.
You know what I mean?
And that's what I'm doing now. And it still sounds. I mean, I know it sounds as if I'm not big. I have to use money in the society.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I absolutely hate it.
Oh, I do too.
I hate it, man. Because I think we not only did we get greedy, but we got lazy.
Oh, for sure.
And money is lazy. Money requires no effort. If you can pay somebody to do something, there's no effort.
Yeah.
You gave him some money. You know what I'm saying? You gave him some money. So it's lazy. I wish we hadn't as a society taken money seriously, because for one thing, the earth wouldn't be and I know this sounds so far out, man, but the earth wouldn't be as populated. It wouldn't be as populated, man. If the concept of money had never germinated and taken hold, I don't think that the earth would be in the shape that it's in now. That we've put it in.
I can see that just because, like you said, the laziness of it, but then like the comfortability of it. You know what I mean? Like
That's lazy.
you used to have, like
Lazy,
something's
man.
broke at your house.
Yeah,
You got to
Get your ass
fix
up.
it. Now you can just lay there and still watch your game, and yeah, it's in there, and just shoo somebody off, you know, and pay them a little bit of dollars.
Yeah.
Like I know,
and they may or may not do a good job.
yeah,
But if you do it, you may or may not do a good job. But it's on you,
right.
and it's on them too. And good luck trying to get your shit back from them. So it's like you win.
Yeah.
You did a terrible job, or you did a good job.
One of the things, like you said, a lot of people just stacked money up as much as they could just so they didn't have to do anything like that. Like the garden's taken care of, the grass is mowed, the pool's clean. They just go out there and it's
they have a pool.
It's immaculate. You know what I mean? Like they didn't have to do nothing to do any of this.
Somebody
stuff.
dug
they
a
had
hole.
To do something. They had to have money.
Somebody dug a hole in the ground.
Yeah.
Right. And put water in it just for them.
Yeah. When you can go to another country and somebody got to walk miles just to get a sip of water.
Ain't that fucked up, man?
It's crazy, man.
Because
it's
money,
nuts.
because of greed. And money, it's all fear, man. I mean, I've said it. Everything, every negative thing is based on fear.
Oh yeah,
it's the fear that I don't have it, the fear that I don't have enough, the fear that people don't perceive me to be rich. It's money's terrible, man.
It is. And actually, that brings me back to this quote. We'll get it out real quick by Mr. Robert Nesta Marley, Bob Marley to y'all that don't know.
The late great Bob.
He said, "I don't have that type of richness. My richness is life forever." And what he's talking about is fiat currency, jewels and things. He's like, that's not rich to me.
That's not rich.
That's not what makes a man rich.
That's not what makes
It's like your life and the life you live. Because funny thing is, you hear celebrities all the time, they'll talk about, man, I got a buddy, he's got more money he knows what to do with. And he's a miserable piece of shit. Like he's upset all the time. He's depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how many rich famous people off themselves. That'll let you know the money don't make you happy because they had plenty of that.
But look at how many poor people do the same thing, and I'm gonna
through the reverse,
and it's because of trying to feel like you're rich.
Yeah. What do you think?
Depression, like that's what's wrong with society, man. Is and I'm not even a Bible guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even a Bible thumping dude, but it's the love of money. Is that and what that says is that's greed. Greed is the root of all evil, and the base element of greed is fear that you won't have it.
Yeah.
So greed is based in fear, and so I mean, money is
I think it gives people two different types of fear too. I think one fear is just the base level fear that a lot of us, paycheck to paycheck type people have, and that's I got to pay these bills.
Yeah,
I got to feed myself and my family.
You got to.
I got to
pay these bills.
Put gas in this car.
And
then of course, the government likes to move shit around. Next thing you know, the gas is way high. Groceries are higher. So now it's doubled down.
I wouldn't say this totally on the government. I would say that's a cartel of people, of entities, corporations that are like running shit. And the government, businesses, whatever, man. It's all fucking. And it to be honest with you, it's always been. Don't let people act like, oh, back in the good old days, government and business didn't. Man, how the fuck you think government stayed afloat?
Well, see, that's why I always blanket it as government, because I just feel like it's all government in one. Even if you're just a corporate CEO, but you have influence with the guy in office, you're all government.
But this is the thing. A lot of money people say we should elect more businessmen into office to run government like business. Government and business are two different things. You can't run them the same.
Yeah.
Business is to make a profit, right?
Yeah.
Government Is it to make a profit?
Not supposed to be.
Exactly. So why would you want to have a businessman running government if he's a true businessman? Because if he's a true businessman, what he's going to do is raise taxes, and cut services because he's supposed to make money, revenue.
He's just looking at the bottom line.
That's what capitalism is. So we live in a quasi fucking capitalist society.
Yeah.
Because you have to put a little socialism into capitalism. Or it won't work.
No.
And that's what communism had to do. They had to put a little China.
Mm-hmm.
They had to put a little social capitalism in their socialism. You know what I'm saying? Or communism, whatever you call it.
And that's a big trip to me, China, as you're talking about that. Because you hear about, like in Vegas, they're like, oh, the Chinese billionaires are here. Okay. And they're like all in the casino and they're the big time rollers and spenders. Like, okay, but then you hear about like people in China live like slaves to make Nikes. So it's like a lot of them,
but less than it used to be really like that, but now it's not like that as much.
But it's wild to think about it, because it's like, even though it is a communist country regime, it's like they still have an out for you to be a billionaire. Now maybe your last name does something to this and that, but at the same time, you could still be the dude tying together Jordans all day. You know what I mean? So it's wild. But if you look at it here though, you got a guy buying a multi-million-dollar house off of TikTok videos. Then you got a guy with a stack of shingles on his shoulder climbing a roof to roof a house. So honestly, it ain't that much different. I mean, now I would much rather be that guy going up on that roof than to work at the fucking Nike factory. Don't get it twisted. But what I'm saying is, I think the parallels are still there as far as that goes. I mean, we'll send a billionaire from America on vacation.
I think it's a lot more severe over there.
Oh, for sure. That's
a lot severe. Yeah.
You give me your worst factory job here in America, I'll do backflips over taking that job over there.
But maybe. I mean, maybe we don't know what's still going on in America. Because because America.
The wildest thing is too a trip. Just a thought. I don't want to get us too off the rails. Do you think it's exactly how they tell it to us in China?
What do you mean?
I mean, because you know how propaganda
of course
and
not.
Shit like, do you think it's really that bad?
Of course,
being
not.
the Nike factory, or that's just what they tell us?
Not all Nike factories. Some maybe. But not all.
Yeah, but you know how we always got these little kids and it's horrible. It's like, is it really like that? Because because we like to paint on the countries like we're in them this
exactly.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, do we really know exactly what it looked like over there? Unless you've been there.
And I'm not saying that it's not exactly what they say it is.
No,
either.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'm not saying that it's not like that. I'm just saying, don't make me just fucking hate these people or hate this government because you've done shit too, America. So stop. Okay? Stop.
That's the worst.
Stop.
When people from America try to get on a foreign situation
for shit they did
with a bleeding heart, I'm like, do you know
what the fuck you did?
Either we started what you're complaining about, or we've done so much worse. I mean, this is off money, but
no. But it is.
But what I was going to say is like all the people with the Ukraine. Flags for Ukraine, poor people, and nobody ever should die. None of them. No. I don't really feel like women and children and innocent people in Russia deserve to die either.
No.
But what I'm saying is, it's funny they have so much compassion for the Ukraine, which that's cool.
I got it. I get that.
But at the same time, our country happened to have been bombing Somalia, so it's like, so Russia bad. Yeah, we're riding with Ukraine, but we having to be bombing Somalia, but mum's the word. I'm like, here's my thing. If you think blowing people up and shit and war is awful, how about a sport? Why is it got to be picking and choosing? They deserve a bomb. They don't. I don't. What? That's crazy. You know?
It's money, man.
There it is.
It's money. It's capitalism and communism when it should be socialism. It should be full-blown socialism. It's communism and this stuff. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's the greed. It's the me, or only fuck everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then in the middle, it's like, hey man, let's do a bit of that, a little bit of this. You know what I'm saying? We good. You know what I'm saying? Your country, your country should take care of your people, of its people. Make sure they're healthy, well educated, critical thinkers. But maybe I don't know, powers that be don't want that. That's what I think. First and foremost, if you're a country, you should take care of your constituents' health, physical health. If you're gonna be a nation, I think our first thing is we should all be healthy, right?
Yeah.
We should all be healthy enough to fend shit off that's coming at our way. You know what I'm saying? Fend shit off, healthy. You want a healthy fucking, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So what money does is that takes that away from you. It takes that money says, I don't have to be healthy.
Yeah,
I can pay someone else to be healthy. And I'm not gonna do anything, man. Just figure out a way to make money and keep the world.
The thing is now you can get up to 300 pounds. You got enough money, they'll just suck it out of you.
Yeah.
You ain't even got to worry about it. You know what I mean? You ain't got to get on no Stairmaster.
No.
Smoke you another cigarette and get this shit sucked out of you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's like money allows you to do the dumbest, stupidest shit. And some of the best, I'm gonna say most of the best shit that you could do requires no money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at art. Look at art.
It's just effort. Art is effort, man.
Though eventually, if somebody gets real famous in art and they pass, obviously now the Mona Lisa's worth
Why?
But for the price that it would cost you to buy the Mona Lisa, to the price of the material it took that man to make it.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
You know,
I have no Mona Lisa, great art. I will not give you $1 for it.
Yeah.
Or if you say, hey man, I'll let you have this for the price of materials.
I always thought she was a dude.
She does look a dude.
I mean, she's ugly,
but yeah, she's not. But the you know what? I say, bro, it's just a fucking painting, man.
Yeah,
it's just a famous painting. Some other things are so much more realistic, and I think art but the Mona Lisa was I think it's just a public fucking relations hoax. I don't want to say hoax, but fucking great form. I mean, it's just a fucking picture, man. I mean, I don't care what Mona Lisa is, if she's smiling or she's smirking or whatever the fuck she's doing, man.
But if you think about that,
and the money, the worth of it is like, what?
But all art,
yeah,
goes up like that. Apologize, folks.
Yeah.
Movie stars.
Yep.
Once they were starving artists.
Mm-hmm.
Now they get paid millions.
Yeah.
Stand up. Mm-hmm. We know what it is.
Yeah, we know what it is.
You can stand on stage with a microphone, not get paid, not pay nothing out.
Yes.
But then, of course, eventually you got guys that'll sell out an arena. Mm-hmm. That art never changed. Mm-hmm. The art was the cheapest thing they did. Yeah. It didn't cost $1 to put it out and then be well received.
It did.
But then, like I said, you get a comedian who's worked his ass off, well loved, and some of them do decent. Some of them struggle to win.
And some. I almost shat on the Mona Lisa, but hey, you know what? I couldn't do that.
No, me neither. No.
So I mean, I took a big almost turd on the Mona Lisa. Maybe I was a turd. I'm just sucking it back up into my anus.
That's a visual.
Art is subjective as fuck, and yeah. But I mean, the thing about it is why is that painting worth what it is, like monetarily? I don't think we should all view ourselves or our works by the amount of money that we can generate. You know,
I think it's like fashion when it comes to Mona Lisa and putting price tags like that on shit.
same shit. Fashion is the dumbest shit, man.
A
That's
t-shirt.
dumb. That's clothes. You gotta wear clothes anyway.
There's
So
n-
fashion to me is one of the dumbest fuck. It's so
But it's so
fucking
wild what people
stupid.
put value on. It's
Exactly.
just what that shirt says because the material ink it was made for a t-shirt and the material and everything is virtually the same.
Same shit.
But I want to say Balenciaga, that's a $2,000 t-shirt. Want to say Carhartt, that's a $30 t-shirt. Want to say some random brand from Walmart, $10, $5. But the thing is, it's a fucking t-shirt. Now you've paid way too much money for a t-shirt just because of what it said on it. Fucking thing is it's gonna shrink the same. Everything. It's wild, but the thing is, it ain't that it's a t-shirt. It was a Balenciaga t-shirt,
and it was
that's wild.
and it was a look at me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Look at what I'm doing.
Oh, and that's the thing. You didn't even put that on because you needed a t-shirt.
Look at me.
You put it on because you want everybody to see what t-shirt you.
Look at me, man. I spent some money on this.
Yeah.
If you the thing about it is most of the time people don't give a damn anyway.
No.
How many people like look at him? He's not wearing a Balenciaga. Or is it was it Balenciaga?
Yeah, Balenciaga.
Oh, he's not wearing a Nike.
The funny thing is, I have literally walked in a room dressed to the nines. So I thought the dopest shit I'm wearing. I'm looking like something smelling like
fly.
And I walked past women and never gave me a bat of an eye.
Yeah.
I've jumped out of my truck with my hair all over my head and my dusty work clothes and my boots and my paint all over me. And like, hey, I'm like, what? That's the thing. It wasn't never about the clothes.
No.
You know what I mean?
You know what it's about? It's about the aura.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. It's
energy.
about so you have to put out good, like it's about your aura, man. Your energy, man. Like, yeah. And the thing about it is it has to be, and I guess this is the counter to money. Is you have to put out the right aura and the right, and I'm not even the new age of energy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying rub stones together, you know, shove up your ass. Or, you know, I'm not saying do all that bullshit, man.
Right,
look into the sky and see the blue stars. You know, I mean, if you want to do like yoga, I ain't mad because that makes sense.
I tried to get into that stone shit for a minute. I was like, man,
I just can't do it because it's like, man, fuck that. It's not out there, man. It's in here.
Yeah.
And so I don't. Money represents the want and the fee out there. So that's just what I found. I didn't say anything, Siri. I said nothing. Stop. Siri.
I'm not sure I understand.
I said stop.
Yeah, they love listening in.
What's money?
Here's what I found.
No, tell me what's money. Hey Siri, tell me about money. You said here's what I found. You lazy.
One moment. Here's some information.
Siri, you're lazy. I'm not giving you any more money.
Right? Siri got too much damn money. Won't even tell you no more.
No. But yeah, man. But yeah, that's you know, and ultimately in conclusion to this, and we may revisit this topic again, and you know what? There's going to be a lot of bleed over too,
Mm-hmm.
because aren't even I want to be real topics. I don't want to do Marvel versus DC, or I'm not into stuff like that. I'm not into.
No.
I mean, I like sports, but I'm not into. I hate the Dallas Cowboys, but I'm not like the Cowboys versus who. Like I don't want to get to that
Right
debate,
now.
but no, I want to do some real topics, man, and I think they will, because we're gonna keep it at we're about to get out of here. We're gonna keep it at 30 minutes and try to stay on that, man. And I think we did that. Don't you think?
Yep.
What do you think, B?
We did it today for sure.
All right, man. Next week, if my co-host is oh nah, I think next week we're gonna do we did money. I guess we gotta do religion, man.
We going that deep that quick?
We got to, man.
You heard it here first, folks.
Next week, religion, man.
We're gonna talk about all the holy ones.
Yeah, all the holy ones that I know of, anyway.
Right?
But yeah, man, let's do that. Hey, thanks, man. Hope you.
That's what I was worried.
But yeah, man, we're gonna be good, man. I think we're gonna be good. And what do we do? 30? What? 30 something?
37.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, man. Let's you're gonna trim the fat or whatnot. Maybe you're gonna trim this shit. But yeah, man. Thank y'all so much. Next week we're gonna talk about religion.
There you go. Another conversation had.
Conversation had, baby.
We in here and we out of here. All right.
Conversation had. You like that?
I do. All right. I apologize.
Because no, because I know